If there's one thing you should never do in this life, it's boast too loudly about a love you don't fully understand. Michael didn't know it yet, but those words would soon define his life. Back then he was proud, too proud. In every corner of campus, people knew about Vanessa, the beautiful girlfriend he loved to brag about. He would laugh with his friends, pounding his chest saying, "My girl? Vanessa? She's loyal, she's different. She would never play me." And beside him, always smiling, always nodding, was Daniel, his best friend, his brother in everything. Daniel clapped for him, cheered him on, even teased him, "Ah, Michael, you're lucky, oh. Vanessa is every man's dream." What Michael didn't know was that every time Daniel said those words, his heart carried a dangerous secret. Because while Michael was busy boasting, Vanessa and Daniel were already weaving a story of betrayal, one that would shatter everything he thought he knew about love, friendship, and trust. At first, everything seemed fine. Michael still bragged about Vanessa, and to anyone looking from the outside, they were the perfect couple. But slowly, small things began to change. Vanessa started canceling plans. One evening she told Michael she was too tired to go out, yet her Instagram story showed her dressed up, smiling somewhere else. Another time she let his calls ring out, only to text back hours later, "Sorry, I fell asleep." Michael brushed it off. "She's just stressed. Maybe school is too much," he told himself. His heart refused to believe anything else. But Sophia noticed. She was Vanessa's best friend, and she had seen things Michael couldn't. Times when Vanessa said she was studying but was actually with Daniel. Times when Vanessa giggled over secret messages, her face lighting up in ways Michael never saw anymore. Sophia kept quiet, torn between two battles: loyalty to her friend, and the guilt of watching Michael slowly sink into a lie. One night it became worse. Michael called Vanessa, hoping to surprise her with food he had saved up to buy. She didn't answer. He tried again. Still nothing. Then he saw Daniel walking out of the girls' hostel, late at night, adjusting his shirt. Michael smiled, unsuspecting. "Guy you day enjoy. Who be the lucky girl?" Daniel laughed it off, "Just one babe from another department." And Michael believed him, because to Michael, Daniel could never be that kind of friend. But Sophia, watching from a distance, clenched her fists. She knew exactly whose room Daniel was coming from. And for the first time, she asked herself a dangerous question. If I stay silent, am I not betraying him too? Living with Vanessa meant Sophia saw everything. She noticed how Vanessa's phone would light up at midnight, how her eyes would sparkle in ways they never did when Michael texted. She noticed the way Vanessa laughed, that deep, breathless laugh, only when she was messaging Daniel. Sophia pretended not to see, but it burned her. Some nights, Vanessa would sneak out quietly, thinking Sophia was asleep. But Sophia always heard the soft click of the door, always stayed awake long enough to see her tiptoe back in hours later. Her hair messy, her body drenched in sweat, her perfume drowned out by the unmistakable smell of sex. And still, Michael walked around campus like a proud king, smiling, boasting, calling Vanessa, the love of my life. Sophia's chest tightened every time she saw him. Not because she hated Vanessa, but because she pitied Michael. Because deep down, she wished it was her he noticed. She wished she was the one he bragged about, not the girl destroying him in secret. One evening, Sophia couldn't take it anymore. She sat on her bed, watching Vanessa type furiously on her phone, giggling like a teenager. Sophia whispered, "Who is it this time?" Vanessa smirked. "Just a friend." But Sophia knew. She always knew. When Vanessa left the room again that night, Sophia stared at her own reflection in the dark. Her heart was pounding. Her hands trembled. For the first time she picked up her phone, opened a blank chat, and typed the words that had been clawing at her throat for weeks. "She is not who you think she is. Even your best friend is not what he seems. Watch closely." Sophia stared at the message, terrified. If Vanessa ever found out it was her, the friendship would be over. But what about Michael? Wasn't he already bleeding without even knowing it? Her thumb hovered. And then, she hit send. Michael was in his room when his phone buzzed. At first, he thought it was Vanessa. She hadn't replied to his last message all day. But when he checked, it wasn't her. It was an unknown number. The words froze him in place. "She is not who you think she is. Even your best friend is not what he seems. Watch closely." Michael's palms began to sweat. He read it again and again, his mind racing. Who could have sent this? A prank? A jealous ex? Or the truth? His chest tightened. No, Vanessa would never. And Daniel? Daniel was his brother, his other half. They had survived childhood together. There was no way. Still, the message dug into his mind like a thorn. The next day he tried to ignore it. He smiled when Vanessa arrived, kissed her cheek, but his eyes searched for cracks. He watched her phone light up. He noticed how quickly she hid the screen. He noticed how Daniel was busy again, leaving campus at the same hours Vanessa disappeared. That night, Michael couldn't hold it in. "Vanessa," he asked softly, "be honest with me. Is there someone else?" Her reaction was instant, her face twisted in offense. "What? Michael, how could you even say that? After everything? You don't trust me?" He stammered. "It's not that I don't trust you, it's just..." She cut him off, raising her voice. "No, Michael. You're insecure. That's the problem. You're so scared of losing me that you're making things up." The word stabbed him. Insecure. Wait, was that what she thought of him? The very next day, Daniel showed up, pretending to be concerned. "Bro, I heard Vanessa's upset. Why are you doubting her? You're letting people plant rubbish in your head. Don't let anyone destroy what you two have." Michael's chest sank. His best friend defending his girlfriend. His girlfriend accusing him of paranoia. Maybe the message was a lie. But late that night, lying on his bed, Michael's mind replayed the words again. "She is not who you think she is. Even your best friend is not what he seems." And no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't push them away. That night, while the hostel grew quiet, Michael sat before his laptop. His fingers shook as he typed, but his eyes were sharp. He was a computer science student. This was his battlefield. And with a few quiet moves, he slipped past Vanessa's guard. In minutes, her phone was synced to his laptop. Every vibration, every photo, every word. The truth spilled out like poison. Chat after chat. Vanessa and Daniel. Secret emojis. Flirty words. "Michael believes everything," Vanessa wrote one night. "Don't worry," Daniel replied. "He's too blinded to suspect us." Michael's stomach turned. His heart raced, but he forced himself to keep scrolling. Then came the pictures. Vanessa sneaking out late at night. Daniel waiting for her. Their faces pressed too close, smiling like lovers. He slammed his fist against the table, but not too loud. He couldn't wake the others. Tears blurred his vision. His chest hurt. But he wasn't finished. One last thought pushed him. The anonymous message. He traced it back, line by line, until the screen gave him the answer. And when the name appeared, his heart sank again. Sophia. Vanessa's own best friend. The quiet one who never spoke much. She had been the only one who tried to warn him. Michael leaned back in his chair, his eyes burning. He didn't know whether to cry harder, or to thank God someone cared enough to tell him. When morning came, Vanessa showed up at his door, smiling sweetly, pretending like last night's fight never happened. Daniel was with her too, clapping his back, laughing like a brother. Michael smiled. He even hugged them both. But inside, he was no longer the fool. Inside, he was fire and ice, waiting for the perfect moment to burn them both with the truth they thought he would never see. What would you do if this happened to you? Comment below and follow for more. Don't miss the full story. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next twist.